Okay, Litra and Labyrinth. It is a Tuesday, 2:30 p.m., 2nd December 2025. Freedom. Freedom. What do we have here? Oh, freedom. Leap of faith. Breaking free, new cycle. Fast change, new direction. Reflecting. We got reflecting. Then we have autumn and self-worth. Self-worth. So we have starting over twice, okay? Soul growth, soul searching, and healing. And then there's a masculine energy of yang, logical, confident, protective. Nice. Like stay in your lane, dude, but stay in your lane. Okay. Okay, heartstrings. Revenge. Shadow work. Okay, so instead of somebody working on their shadow, deep introspecting, this they indulged in revenge, and then somebody over here was introspecting and healing and doing their shadow work. Over here there is freedom, and there is mind games, freedom from mind games, because this person healed with soul searching, and the other was just taking revenge for I don't know what. Then around fall and autumn, I think autumn and fall is the same thing. That's a coincidence. Admired, so somebody admires that somebody has admires the self-worth that somebody has, or many people admire the self-worth that somebody has. And there is a water sign. In the bottom of the deck we have water sign. Justice and freedom. So there is going to be justice and freedom. And we have neighborhood. So somebody in the neighborhood should be, I don't know, should introspect. Money, autumn. Surveillance. Somebody surveillancing somebody is what? Self what? Oh, crime of passion. Somebody is surveillancing that despite going through crimes of passion, somebody still has Despite being the victim of such surveillance and criminal surveillance, somebody still has self admiration and self worth. Because they actually seems to be that they attacked because they didn't want the person to have self worth. But whatever they attack is the projection of their own distorted self worth. So they want their victims to not have self worth because they don't have. Anyways, I will not be sugarcoating serial killer vibe though. Whoever is surveillancing to harm somebody, harm somebody's self worth is kind of, killing the inner vibration of the person, killing the willingness to live for the person. So it's like a serial killer. There's no difference. Community. So the community was playing mind games. What the hell? So that they can have the justice? Planning. Yeah, so somebody was reflecting and soul searching, and somebody was planning revenge. Stable. Okay. So they were trying to affect the money. So that somebody is not stable. Someone is not stable, financially stable by fall, by autumn. They were targeting so that somebody is, literally like begging. And then they wanted to record the kind of their so-called sadistic achievements by surveillancing the kind of orchestrated harm of sabotaging somebody's stability, monetary life stability, and then record their distorting or their low vibe self-worth. Also they thought, but there is truth and clarity about somebody's worth. And somebody's, a healthy personality cannot be shaken like that. I mean, obviously they can, a psychopathic serial killer type person will string along for years to shake. But how is it fair then? If you're attacking somebody's life for such a long time just to achieve somebody to lose their self-worth. Before she loses her self-worth, that person should be checked for his mental sanity for coming after her like that. Yeah, because that person, whoever was surveillancing and attacking the murderous stability, involving the neighborhood and manipulating justice, has responsibilities, okay, of what they did. They are to be held accountable and to bear the weight of the consequences. Not only that person will bear, but their generations will bear the consequences of their action of harming an innocent. A Knight of Cups. Yeah, so there are false promises of justice. Yeah, somebody soul searched and reflected and healed on her own. And she has no beef with the neighborhood, but I guess the neighborhood have a lot of time to plan and take revenge on her for healing herself. Does that even make sense? So yeah, somebody was trying to poverty to send someone in poverty for just wanting justice, and that is being overruled by the higher ups, and it could be God divinely guided also, that these things came out to light. There's a flip card, the Hermit. So yeah, oh, there are two flip cards. Let me just shuffle it again. Okay, we'll take the fallen card, which is, oh my gosh, Ten of Swords. Somebody wanted to, exactly, somebody wanted to betray again, despite the work the person has done without harming no one, but being the target of revenge, unjust revenge, psychotic unjust revenge, being harmed, monetarily harmed, played with, by a community, and still they, in the end, still they want to betray her and not give her justice. Like today, of some associations, I'm very irritated with such. I do not know anyone, so better not be, spreading rumors. There is some psychotic manager who's being paying around people to lie about having anything to do with me. Okay, king of justice. I don't know. Knight of action and justice. This does. Let me just shuffle it again so that we get the bottom of the deck. It's showing sun. Okay, a communication or result is being illuminated. No fen, ace of cups. God knows. Like after not harming anyone and still being attacked and then still being still healing herself, it is very difficult to trust any of these psychotic people around, approaching, because they have no cause to harm me, and then watch me being harmed like a fucking sadistic show. I don't know why they think trying to make me date again is a solution of anything, and trying to sabotage my they should be giving me my job, a call letter, if anything, but no, They are adamant to prove me in a bad light first, and then they'll say, for what? Because your shitty managers and supervisors, and then their kids and their khandan is a bloody digital rapists. Community trying to unlock heart after playing manipulating. Basically, community has gained a lot of work opportunities to be shut about injustice, about not helping out for my justice, and then they are, yeah, I feel like so, because ain't nobody honest enough, and then they bitch behind my back. So I don't know. Meadows of moment. So a lot of shadow work took place, a lot of healing done with no fault of, anyway, grove of unity. Okay, I don't know, grove of unity. Yeah, a lot of people would benefit from justice, but they think being unjust is going to benefit a whole lot. Just let her be in injustice, and then we'll reach the Mars, we'll reach moons unitedly. Only if we let go of justice to her, we don't serve a justice, and then we will be like Elon Musk. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Give up control. Clarity. So yeah, this is a sure shot warning. Yeah, actually, the person, I mean, I am associating with, I gave up controlling anything, because I know everything around me is so orchestrated that I gave up controlling whoever is trying to sabotage, whoever is, seeing the truth. I have no clue who is what and who is what, because thrive and believe. Ultimately, nothing can be restored unless I get my justice, unless those culprits are punished, unless my justice and life is restored. Handling this situation, I guess. But you are responsible for harassment, or you are responsible for your sexual assaults in office. How is the men not responsible for their actions? No, the solution is not going to be a filthy asshole coming into date, or a shitty work environment that they are going to dangle after they have maybe put in me into poverty with, hand to hand salary. This is not justice. The bare minimum decency after years of torture is not justice.